Crisco, Des, and Wes. It's the After Hours podcast. They'll make you laugh, they'll make you cry, they'll make you wonder why they said that. You got a big guy, new guy, mom, and a pigeon guy morning show on KS95. Sit back and relax, cause it's time for the After Hours podcast. Yeah.
I just want to sit and watch Des and the camera the whole time. It's like your chaos.
What?
It's so chaotic,
I'm
and
doing stuff.
your mic is literally right here.
Yeah.
And all you're going,
I was writing something.
and then that's the whole time. You're just constantly moving away from it the whole time.
Tomorrow you'll be able to watch it live and interact and tell Des that she's doing strange things in cameras.
I feel like I do normal things like sit here and write on stuff and wait for it to start.
No,
Grab
it was
things.
just very funny because we're all just like looking at the camera, and you're just over here like,
Well, I didn't know the thing was started, and I was grabbing something, and I did a boob show apparently too. So this has been a fun day so far.
it's been a good podcast.
This has been great.
You imagine, be like, you do not want to miss this podcast, the most viewed of all time.
Oh yeah, right.
From all the guys who are like, oh my God, she did it.
No, I'm assuming all you see is the my tongue.
Yeah, that's all you saw for sure.
Okay.
Sure, that's all anybody noticed.
So well, as long as we're not having hot muffin talk, I think we're fine.
Okay, fine. Can we talk about that? I 100%, you know how I keep accidentally winking at Ken?
Yeah.
And now I keep accidentally having gay interactions at the gym. I had another gay interaction at the gym yesterday.
I mean, you almost had
I was
sex with a guy
Chinese
on
finger
accident.
trapped with another man's penis in the
That
showers at the
yesterday?
gym.
No, a
That was the
different
first
time.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you weren't there for that one. Yesterday, tell me this isn't awkward and weird. You guys have all been to a gym. You have the benches, you have the lockers in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
My locker's open. I had just taken off my shoes. I stood up and I take my shorts down. So I'm standing there at this point in my underwear. So I'm not
Okay.
completely naked.
Ooh.
And a dude walks between me and my locker. And we were nuts to butts. Like he was like his butt. Like, why would you choose that? Why would that be your road less traveled? Right there to step over my crab, to rub your bones against my hoof.
He was grazing. He was
Do you
He
seeing,
was.
think-
And I'm like, what
he
are you
was seeing
doing?
if anything happened.
He was fishing. Could you imagine? Like, what if that's your thing? Like, you're like, oh,
I
I'm
just
into,
hip grabbed
like,
him. I'm like,
But like,
Yeah,
imagine
baby.
if he walked by and all of a sudden, and maybe he just walked by and that just happened to be the way he went. But what if all of a sudden he was like, no, nothing with that guy. He's like every locker. He's just going up to everybody. He's like, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm just going to
oh,
squeeze
is that
my...
okay? Here you go. And if you're watching, Pidge, I'm going to use you as an example because you're sitting down. That's me sitting down, taking off my shoes, right? Now, Pidge, just
Okay.
stand up, and Pidge's microphone is my locker, and this is me. And here's the guy who goes like this.
Oh my God. Oh.
no, he didn't do that.
Oh no.
Well,
Shoot.
that's-
Help.
That's sex. You had
You-
sex with that guy.
For the second time. Was
We
it
did
the
not
same
go-
guy that you got caught in the shower with?
No, it's a different
That would
gentleman.
have been
We
real
find
fun.
out this is just him going on more dates. He's like, and wouldn't you know it, I was in the shower, and right there, he just went full out.
This-
we didn't
next
sit down.
week it'll be like, oh, once again, wow, it was weird. I was naked in the hot tub and
He
can't
slipped
get
his
naked
tongue
in
in
that
my
one.
mouth. I don't know what happened. Next thing you know, it's like, what?
That does piss me off. You can't sit naked in the. Why couldn't you? By the way, so
So you
the
want to sit naked at a
the hot
gym
tub.
No.
I don't know if it's like
No.
this. You guys have been to Lifetime Fitnesses,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
of course.
You should go to
The
that
hot
one.
tubs are in the locker rooms. So there's a men's hot tub and a women's.
Hmm.
But there's big signs, no nudity in the hot tubs. If I'm in the men's locker room where I'm 4 feet away, naked in the shower, what's the difference if I sit naked in the hot tub?
Well, and
Maybe
let's pretend.
shenanigans can happen in there.
I'm sure they can, but let's not pretend for 1 second that there haven't been naked people. in the
Dudes
hot
sitting
tub.
there with towels wrapped around their waist, so they're naked. They're not wearing swimsuits.
Like in the sauna thing.
No, they're like just sit down. They'll keep a towel on. They'll just sit down in the hot tub.
Oh.
Yeah,
with
you
the-
used to be able to go naked in there.
Right. You should be able to, right?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I probably wouldn't, but do they still have the clothes dryer thing that you put like your shorts in and push down the lid and it goes
Yeah.
childhood nostalgia things?
Yeah, I need one of those at my house. They're
Yeah?
just the
Dude.
best. Like if you're going like in the hot, like
Oh,
if my
yes.
hot tub, you had one at your house, it's just
I
done.
wonder if you can get one that can be just because I like to sometimes, if it's dark, if I am in a swimsuit, slip out of it while I'm. Why are you
He's
taking?
taking his shoes off.
Why?
Just let him be. Just let him
You
fly
do.
free.
You do.
Fly free, Wesley. Fly
You
free,
do.
fly
You
free.
do. Is what I said.
I,
You do.
as I thought of you yesterday,
Yeah.
I was on Amazon and I Googled,
Cooter muffins.
We are done. We
Sourdough muffins.
we apologize for that
We
talk.
will
What?
never bring up.
What
the-
did you Google?
I
The coots again.
Googled, or I was on Amazon and I looked up laundry clothes folding machine to see if whatever. But I didn't realize they have these travel washer washing machines
Yeah.
and travel dryers.
That you just like pack in your car and bring with you?
Yeah, they're literally.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
how that
look,
would work.
Look them.
Oh, I'm
look 'em
not. I'm
up.
not denying that it's there.
They're
I just don't know how that
little
would be.
compacts.
Huh.
Obviously, they don't fit like the full loads that you normally. But like swimsuits or like little. I guess if you're packing, a couple outfits for a trip,
What's the point?
I would rather
Probably
use
for
like
traveling.
a portable. Yes, definitely for someone that
But
travels
with
a lot.
Airbnb
But
now, every place pretty much has them available.
Hotels. We stay in all kinds
Yeah.
of different hotels, and they all
yeah,
have
but
washers
I
and
don't wanna
dryers.
use those.
Why?
Really?
I don't know.
Doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me.
He's a dude who can't poop at work, so it's
No, it
using
doesn't
things
bother
that
me. I
need.
just like.
That's all it is. You just don't like using things that other people use.
I guess.
Yeah, that's
In a
nothing
way.
wrong
It
with
does
that.
seem
There's
kind
nothing wrong
of
with
gross,
that.
like,
Yeah.
but you just have to get over it. You're
I
like,
mean,
what
it's
did
very
you?
hot water.
Hot water
What-
and soap is in it.
Chunks could be places.
Yeah, you just don't know what it's like
Poopy
eating people's
pants.
crock pot foods or foods from home. We learned yesterday on the
Cat
podcast we
hair.
don't talk about. You just
Mhm.
don't know. I want the thing that Sheldon Cooper had in Big Bang Theory. It's just a flat blue thing, and it's got 4 foldable
Oh,
ends.
they have those.
So you just put the shirt and you
That's
just go,
what
no, I
most of
know.
them
You just go
were.
boom, 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 and it's folded.
This is my job at PacSun all day, every day.
County
Boom,
seat. When I
boom.
worked at County seat for 5 seconds,
Oh,
they had them there.
God, did you guys all work in retail?
I didn't work
That
that
was my
long. I didn't
first
like
Worked
it.
at Toys R Us. Where else did I work?
You worked everywhere.
I
I mean,
really did. I'm trying to think,
yeah.
but I'm trying to think retail though.
You didn't
Twins
work at
Pro
a,
Shop. That's where I worked.
You
at.
did. I bet you had to fold lots of shirts.
A lot of them hung up, but like the
Oh.
folding stuff, I just kind of tossed under the other ones.
Oh,
Retail? I mean, I worked at a Speedway.
oh, I worked at Sally's Beauty Supply. I
But
forgot.
I always wanted to work at a pizza place or a gas station. No joke. And every single time my mom and dad apparently thought that there was no scary people at any other thing. They're like, oh, you want to go work at a gas station
Well, I
and
almost
get
got
held up and robbed.
Yeah, that's actually scary.
I got robbed quite a few times.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me do it.
Widener
And then
Avenue, where I
pizza
tell you not to
place.
get off all the time.
I
they-
always run out of gas right there.
They said pizza places too. They were like, oh, so you're going to go deliver pizza to some strange person's house and they're going to rob you. And I'm like,
Still happens regularly to a point where because I was doing district manager stuff at Domino's before I moved here. And right before I moved here, because I had just left, Domino's delivery driver in the Milwaukee area got shot and killed.
Oh.
Robbed him for his money. And I'm like,
Your
they
parents
don't
were
pay.
right.
People don't even pay you in cash anymore. Why would you rob a Domino's guy?
Yeah.
They don't give you cash, no
No.
money on him.
you know
They
what's
don't
worse?
give you any cash.
Oh.
It's well, that's the thing. That's tragically sad too. The worst was for me though. You're right because you've told me this a million times, Wes, and I think everybody has probably. I don't do well in quiet surroundings. I don't do well if I'm alone or
Yeah.
just in general. I used to have to clean buildings, and I did it by myself at night, and it would be gigantic office buildings. And I would just have to wander around, and it would be like at any point I'd have I remember this one. It's actually over in this area, and you would have to go to the downstairs area, and it was like 2 big shutter garage doors, and you'd have to like bust these doors open, get out, and then in the far darkest corner was the dumpster that you'd have to bring stuff to. And I would literally start figuring out ways to hurl bags over, like not having to walk over there, because I was like, I'm not going out in the it was probably half a football field away. And so I'm like, why couldn't you have moved the dumpster closer to the damn building?
Yeah.
So I would find ways to like make the bags light enough where I'd just like hurl them across the thing. Missed a few times.
Uh-oh.
More of a cleanup than I needed it to be, but yeah, it
you
was
didn't
very-
clean it up, then you left
No, I
it.
had to. Oh, dude, I overthink everything.
But you thought
There
you were going
was-
to get fired? You've been fired from every job you've had except for this one.
No, I haven't really. It's
But
really
didn't
the
you
only-
walk
I've
out
only
of that
couple-
one?
I did end up walking out, but no, that was a different one. That was a different one. I don't remember what happened with that one. But
so many jobs.
the everybody's had a lot of jobs.
No.
Not as many as you have.
Not nearly.
I've
as
had
many
like
as you.
4.
I beg to disagree. Beg to
Beg to
agree.
dis-
What is that? What's the
I
statement?
beg to differ.
Beg to differ. That's the
I
guy.
beg
There
to
you go.
disagree with you.
I do beg to disagree. No, but with the job, there was just a wad of cash on the floor one day, and all my mom's brain channeled mine, and it was like, this is a test. If I take this money and I pocket it, I'm getting fired. This is going to be like, because it was like, I didn't even count it. That was how stressed out I was about finding this money. I'm like, I'm not keeping this money, clearly, because it was probably 5, 6, 7 bills, and the first one was a 20. And so I'm like, oh, damn,
Like,
this is
I'm
more money
rich.
than I ever got, even at this job. And I called the person, guaranteed that dude pocketed it.
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
called the guy, so I found money. He's like, oh, thank you. Put it in there. Wasn't a test at all. He was like, oh, thanks. I'll get it back to whoever's it is.
But
You don't know
maybe
whose it is.
maybe it was a test. And you know what? It was a test of your,
Moral compass.
thank you.
I ended up
Couldn't think of the
jumping him
word.
at his car and taking the money back.
Yeah.
So
I always think
I
of
was
karma
Take that
real
back.
pissed.
in those situations, like karma, like, oh, I'll get paid back. some other good way.
Don't I look like I'm winning at life in karma?
I
Yes,
kind
you
of had
do.
that same situation. I worked at a strip bar as a DJ, and one of the strippers was like, "You want to go to Perkins after this?" And then
Stories are so much
tell me
more.
what. And then afterward, we can go back to my apartment, hang out, watch TV. And I said, "This is a test, and I'm not going to take the free money." It was free money. I knew what it was.
You didn't do it.
No, I said no because this is a test.
I don't get it. Like she was going to pay you.
No, with not
I think
like
he's
free
saying
money. She was going to give me.
his money.
Yeah, it was a.
Like a test if the owner would know
like,
that
you
you're
can't-
going home with the.
You can't. Because it was strictly prohibited
I bet it was.
to hang out with the other staff of a strip bar.
In the middle of our podcast, he's showing her portable washers and dryers.
They are so cute.
Is it for like one shirt?
No.
But I love
Well,
that
show
you.
the camera. So
I
We're
love-
gonna show things. I'm gonna show you that stripper. That's
Yeah,
You
please
stop.
do.
I don't
Oh,
even
yeah,
remember her
don't
name.
remember her name.
I just real
Candace.
quick. Let's go back to
Cherry.
why you thought of
Cherry.
me when you saw laundry stuff because I don't do laundry
Just because
often.
it's like it says for portable.
I think he's trying to
travel.
find your ways to do your own
No.
laundry.
No. I just thought of like it says like portable for travel, and I'm like, oh, Des travels. I guess you're
Like
traveling.
BYO washer and dryer.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you do any of your laundry?
Yeah, I do
Okay.
all my laundry.
Okay, got it.
But I just don't do it often. That's what sucks. So when I do it, it is like it's a days long project because I have 2 washers and dryers in our basement. We have double because the people who
Oh,
owned it, their
nice.
parents owned a laundromat or something at some point, or I don't actually know. But there are 2, very old, but they work like a champ. So you can do 2 at a time. But then there's a lot of folding, and I probably have 4 loads or so once I let it go.
Oh man,
I
I hate
figured-
when there's 2 loads. Like even when my basket fills up, I'm like, oh, this is gonna take forever.
Oh.
I have figured it out.
Hmm.
You're the same as my wife, who's my children's stepmom, because I had to do my laundry plus Kaya, Kane, and Bray's, where Marie only did hers. So Taylor's at home, even though you guys are still happily married. He has his, Dusty, and Rivers, and you just have your own.
That's great.
You're the
You don't do the
stepmom.
kids' laundry,
I
You're
do
the biological
sometimes.
stepmom.
dude. How did you
Grammy
like?
actually does some of their laundry
Oh my
when they're
God.
there. They're there a lot, and they'll change clothes. They put them in their own special little laundry basket at their house. Like Dusty, we walked out the other day. I go, Dusty, don't forget your socks. I need to wash them because you need to pack those. You're gonna want those on our trip. And she goes, oh, Grammy, we'll do it. And Grammy's like, yep, put them in your laundry basket.
I figured it out. You're do anything, Des. Like you've done all the different things. No, I'm saying like you've done all the adventures. If somebody's like, oh, you should go to this small hole in the wall place in the tippy top of Minnesota, you're like, I've been there 3 times, 1 on pull tabs. You do everything except for work.
Yeah, it's true.
I have just figured it out because
No,
it's like
I-
laundry. She's like, oh, gross. No
I do
way.
it. I do it to myself. I am my own worst enemy. Like I let it go so long where I'm like, I am out of truly everything I need. I either have to go buy underwear or I have to wash my underwear.
Which, if you saw her closet, is insane that you would ever say
Well,
you're out of clothes ever.
But let me show you this. And I also did this to myself.
How?
Why on earth would I have? Well, I have all this packing to do for like a long time, a week and a half on a trip, which I've never taken a trip that long before. I decide to like start. You can't even really see it, I guess, but
You have
I
to, like,
decided to
angle it.
take everything out of my closet and
Sounds better.
start. Doesn't work. And start like reorganizing. Why did I do that last Thursday? I'm still working on it.
I can't believe
That's so
Taylor wasn't like,
dumb.
put it all back in the closet. We'll do it when
He
we get
didn't.
home.
He wasn't even upset. He was just like, he's probably thinking, this is great. She's
Yeah.
finally doing this.
But he's also like, are we really going to leave crap on the bed when we leave for Paris?
What's the
You're not
difference?
going to have
That's
it
the
all
time
done.
to leave it there.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
it's going to be, it's already almost all off. Now is just clothes that I'm contemplating bringing to France.
That's what I mean. That many clothes that they spread on your bed and they spread all. How have you run out of clothes before?
Because not all of them fit. You know, I have a drawer full of underwear, but some of them are underwear I don't like. So also what I was going to do, and I'm so glad I didn't, was going to empty all my drawers, I probably have tons of socks that even like have holes in them or something. I don't know. I need to examine them all, get rid of stuff I'm not wearing. And I also have a huge pile of stuff that I'm giving Dusty. Because I'm like, wow, you know what, Des, you need to say, you realize you're never going to fit in these again. My daughter, just the other day, wore a skirt that I've had since I was like 20. I got in LA at Barney's. It was like this fancy brand. I spent a lot of money. They are a size 27. I haven't been a size 27 since I was like 27.
Did they fit Dusty?
Oh, I mean, it's a little big, but it's this jean skirt. It's perfect. It looks so cute on her.
I have a theory that we shouldn't have any kind of room in our home that we can actually go inside of. Because if you ever notice that, my wife's the same way with our walk-in closet. I don't even go in there. I just keep the door shut. But a pantry ends up getting that way too. It just gets overwhelming because you can shut the door and you don't have to think about it.
True.
Where if that was your living room or one of the kids' bedrooms, it would drive you crazy because you're in and out of it all the time. If it's something you can be like, close the door and pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, we're
like our
shove it
extra
under the
bathroom.
bed.
We have a bathroom downstairs. Never use it. We hardly ever clean it because
Oh, no.
nobody ever goes in
Right.
there. Just keep the door closed. Who cares? No, nothing's going to happen in there.
I do that in every room in my house.
Keep all the doors
Close the
closed.
door. I'm like, nobody's going to go in there. They're like, that's the bathroom. I don't care. Don't go in there. Don't clean it. Don't pay attention.
You guys
to it.
all share the same bathroom at your house?
There's two. A lot. Roman won't go to the bathroom upstairs for whatever reason. I
Really?
don't know why. He says it's like a comfort thing. I think the one downstairs is so small. It's like, I mean, it's like your own personal.
It's like a weighted blanket
Yeah,
toilet.
it is. I think it's like a comfort thing because he'll come in and
hugs me.
I
no
like
matter
the
what he
weighted
does.
blanket
I mean, you
toilet.
shut the door and it's wall. You've been down there.
Mhm.
It's small. I mean, it's just you in that
I've
bathroom.
seen it.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess you have seen it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one upstairs just has more room for whatever reason he doesn't use it, but I think everybody else usually goes upstairs. I'm downstairs more, so that's the one I always use.
I would think that would be like the number 2 one, and another one could be the number 1 one. Yeah.
When you're my family, it doesn't really matter.
It's always
Number
number
ones
two.
are just as like awful as number 2. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's usually a mixture of both.
It is. It's a little blood. It doesn't matter.
Oh!
It's fine. Is all
Oh,
I'm
God.
saying. Probably no. That
How
gross.
many bathrooms you guys have, Pidge? I used your one.
2 bedroom, 2 baths.
Yeah, because one's in your master bedroom, right? And
Yep.
then there's the one in the hallway.
Gotcha.
Yeah, both have showers and
The one in this hallway is the funniest one because it's got such a large garbage can that
that
every
was
time
me.
you put the toilet seat up, it
It's
like
like thunk.
scrapes the bag.
That
It
was
just-
me.
it
Yeah,
It
because
rips it apart.
I put it between the toilet and the wall.
Yeah,
and
which
it's
is
not-
where it should be.
Yeah, but I decided
It's a kitchen bathroom.
Oh,
Trash can.
kitchen trash.
I love it because it gives you
Yeah.
plenty of space to
How
throw your
much
stuff
trash do you
away.
have in the bathroom? though?
Yeah.
That's the-
no, I just don't. Not a ton, but I just don't like changing it every week, so I don't have to. Here's the main reason: Reggie would get into the smaller one and get the
Oh, okay,
tissues
that
out and
makes
all that
sense.
stuff. So I had to
Oh,
put a
Higher or with the
higher
lid.
one. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow, this is, gosh, we are so tame today.
We
Yeah.
are.
Look
I
at
mean,
us.
we are something.
Okay, but let's go back to the closets thing for a second because we were talking about it off the air. Des has her situation going on, and I was like, well, same way as I said, closing a door, you pretend it isn't happening. We have 4 bedrooms in our house, and it's only Marie and I. So we have a guest room that's actually set up like a guest room.
Mm-hmm.
One's her office. We have our master, and then we have another closet another bedroom that I use as my closet because nobody goes in there. But there's a bed in there, and I just constantly just take off clothes. I throw them on there instead of hanging them back up. And there's got to be a mountain that's 4 feet high on top of this bed. It's going to take me an hour just to hang everything back up.
Of
Why
stuff
I
you
don't. I like it just being there. But then you run into where you can't find stuff.
Right. And then if it is on the bed, then it's all wrinkly because it's under this mountain of
True.
clothes. And I hate that. But you said you do the same thing, Crisco. You just use Fozzie's cage and
Yeah.
stack
And
everything
you
on
don't
it.
even have a dresser.
I don't have a dresser, and my mom has like 3 of them at her house, and she's like, "I will give you a dresser." I go, "I don't want your dresser,"
Mhm.
and she's like, "What's wrong with my dressers?" I'm like, "Well, first of all, they probably have little spider eggs underneath them, like they did when I was a kid, and I was always afraid of those dressers. They would always get little eggs under them."
Ooh.
And so then she's like, "Oh, don't be silly. It would look great. It's a beautiful dresser. I don't want a dresser. I could have bought a dresser 1,000 times over. Don't
You
want
didn't.
one." So all I do, Fozzie's got it was the crate I had way back for Babe, and she never needed it. Fozzie's he's a bit out there, so he will probably. It's so funny. He is chaos personified. As soon as it's bedtime, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45, he's going down the hall to go into his room because he wants to go lay down. It's like
Aw.
it's like his weighted blanket. It's like he gets in there and he just goes. "Oh,
Dogs
this is
like
great."
their kennels.
They love it. It's their safety. I
That's why you're never supposed to yell at a dog or
Never.
discipline them in their cage. If they're in there, you
That
leave
is
them
his
alone.
bubble.
Yeah.
I will let him do his thing. I will leave my room open. He'll go in and lay in the kennel.
A little
He
house.
loves that spot. That's his safety blanket. And then he always gets out of there. He never ever has to be in there unless it's bedtime. And then he just goes and lays in there. But I have turned that in to just folding all my clothes and stacking it on top of it. So I'm like, oh, there's my Mario Party
Here's-
shirt.
Going to be the problem when you select one of these ladies on the Crisco dating game.
True.
One of the next steps in a relationship is giving her a drawer at your house. What are you going to do in this situation?
I will give her the back of the kennel.
So sweet.
You'll share it. I can see this. If
I'm
you
not-
if you really end up in a relationship, say not even this. I'm not going to
No
even go there
pressure
and
at all,
stress
right?
you out. If you ever are in a relationship, I mean, it probably will be you getting a drawer at their house.
probably in that camp. At the same time, how
Just fine.
they're always, it's going to be just for my one shirt. It's just the one shirt. I'm like,
Oh my God.
can you grab that side? It's like that game when you were a kid, the big rainbow tarp, where they lift it
They
up.
actually use,
They're like, that's Crisco's bride
Oh
shirt.
my God.
the thing the twins keep the tarp in.
Yeah.
That's actually
Roll
just
it.
one shirt. And
I actually,
Reynolds wrap
So
on
nice.
I actually asked the twins where they got that. And they were like, are you asking where we got our field tarp roller? And I was
yes.
like, yes, I am. Please. Thank you so much.
I guess how I'm going to do my laundry.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Wes, grab that side of the shirt. Got it. Here we go. It's also sponsored, by the way, too. Salted nut roll.
Is that
right
that's
on my
great.
shirt?
Huh.
Yeah, because I think the first I gave Maria a whole dresser when we first started dating.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. See, that's why I
She
don't
was
think I'm
living in
good
Chicago,
to date
so-
anybody.
That's
Because, like,
different.
first of all, I have to introduce them to my mom and my brother immediately. Because that's just like in the
Well, you
song
don't bring them
Pitch is Done.
home right away. You're going to have 3 or 4 dates in before they come to your house.
Oh yeah,
No,
this
I
is
get that.
This is a slow moving thing. You're just getting to know each other.
I just need the person who I am one day probably going to settle down with. Maybe not. I don't know.
Margot Robbie,
To
she's
be-
talking to you.
Margo.
Sydney Sweeney was looking quite attractive
Oh,
on Good
my
Morning
gosh.
America today.
Slightly like a sailor.
She did look like a sailor.
I was
yes.
saluting her too.
Oh, we were all like, salute you, sailor.
That
And
was more
then,
into Julianne Moore, who was right
you
next
know what's
to her.
funny? I told
She's
Pidge,
hot.
she's
I wanted both.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And next to Sydney Sweeney, I was like, I didn't even, like, I recognized her and I was like, oh, she's also there. Look at that. Because I was so
Oh, how
brought onto
ageist.
the, no, wasn't it?
Ageist.
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
the first person to say she was hot.
And then Sydney Sweeney came on and you went, who?
Oh, boy, somebody's feeling really Julianne
Yeah,
Moore like over
I
here.
am.
isn't
Here's the
she?
thing against redheads.
No, Des, I would make out with you. I'm trying to make you feel better. You said you felt like I was being an ageist. You're not old. You look 22.
No, I don't. That's just a lie.
26.
No, you're just lying.
No, look at me. On my dad, you look like you're in your 20s.
Lies.
Just,
Dude, so we have
why would I lie on my
He
dad?
said on
I
his dad.
literally
You did.
said
Oh, wait,
on
you
my
did say
dad.
it.
Dude, she has. I don't even know if you know this, Des. One of my friend's
You
kids.
for real?
I
Are being
think I am
sweet.
100% being sweet. You look teeny tiny. Why am I never sweet to you?
It's true. You look amazing.
You look.
Wait.
Nobody would ever
Okay,
guess. Our boss
let's end
comes
this.
over here and hears your age and goes, "Dude, there's no way."
This is great. I'm just going to wrap this
I'm-
day up. Nobody say
Hold
one
your-
other thing to me. the
I do
whole
have to
rest
say
of the
something
day.
also to compliment you
Oh
because
my
I thought of
God.
you yesterday.
You did?
One of my friend's kids might start working here in our promotions department. And he said, "Can you send me a link?" And I sent for work at Hubbard. Do you
Yeah.
know you're the picture on there?
Huh?
And you look like you are in your 20s. I don't know how old this picture is, but you look like you're in your
I'm
20s
probably.
in this picture. I can hold it up on
This
there.
is on the main page of Hubbard.
What?
Hubbard,
Let
yeah.
me see. Can I see your phone?
Oh.
Oh, there's a Rolling
That's the
Stones
main.
again.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
sorry.
that's our
Um,
national.
Oh, that was during Radiothon like 3 years ago, and we had to do it live during the
And you look
pandemic.
Okay,
like
so
you're in
I
your
compliment you.
20s.
Yeah, I was like, I bet this is when she first started there.
No.
Oh, there they are again.
If you want to
is
see,
Like
totally
a Rolling Stone.
if you want to see that Des is.
Hey, can you show her another picture quick? Hand her the phone.
Here, Des, just look at it closer.
No, just
Grab
go-
it again.
Des,
No,
get up there
I
and
almost fell for it, you
I
guys.
love it. She's like,
I'm such a ding
what?
dong.
What'd you
All
say?
right.
Okay, when you're doing things with rhubarb,
Oh,
Is that
when I'm cooking with rhubarb. Do you guys know that when I tried to make a rhubarb pie one time when I was first dating Taylor and I brought it to his mom's house, I thought I was following this Martha Stewart recipe and I did not put enough sugar in it. It was the tartest. I think everybody was like, oh,
Oh, you.
oh. His mom
Mm.
is so sweet. She's like, we can fix this. She like took it all out, put more sugar in it, stuck it back in and stuck it back in the oven and made a really great
that's what
rhubarb.
we have to do with Crisco when he's tart. We have
Yeah,
to
remix them.
We have to remix
Add
them with a
some
little more
sugar.
Yeah.
Why? Can I ask a question? Why, when I have an off day or a tart day,
You were
as one-
tart. You were gloomy or something. Somebody said.
somebody
today.
said gloomy today. I'm
Only
like,
at
why
the
can't I
beginning.
just have different vibes or feelings? Wes can ruin an entire Twins game and an entire day, and everyone's like, "Oh, just let him go. He's usually not
Because
this
it's
crabby."
infrequently one time in
I'm
15
never
months.
tart.
You're
Do
always
you know
tart.
the most tart I've been is the last 15 months of my life?
He's
Oh,
never.
Lord knows that is not true.
No, I was an asshole before. That's what, before I was. Was
This
it-
is his tartness coming out.
Yep. See the tartness?
Oh,
Just
Sugar
I'm,
and
I'm,
sugar
I'm-
and put it back in.
I'm
Tater
ending.
tart.
I'm ending the recording right now. So
Sugar
go ahead, you
and
better
put
hit
it
the
back.
thing, or we're going to be done. It's going to end right here.
you are sweet tarts.
Nope.
I do love sweet tarts. They're yummy. Mm.
Crisco, Des, and West, the After Hours
I'm
podcast.
just going to end it now.